Oh, thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure. As I mentioned earlier, it is International Tiger Day, hence that outfit. Couldn't help myself. Um, well, let's just say it's been a while since I've done an online headline. Um, Last one was at Accessibility Arts last year, if any of you was watching. And it just seems like there's a lot of things I want to say. But when it comes out, no words come out, I freeze and panic, and everyone just stares anyway. Because I spent a million nights alone, broken souled in the bed. Too many cold nights when wondering when the final goodbye would be. The glimmer of light ain't enough to stabilize the shattered pieces of the core that was meant to form. All there is pictures as memories, as us in the same place, but not in the same time. I know that I'll leave a mess behind, or at least for a while, but I have been gone for way too long. I'm coming home. I'm finally coming home. That's my first piece, guys. Um, I kind of planned this set like from my last online one. So Accessibility Arts 2024, and this is just kind of like a little continuation of that from the last few months. Um, yeah, because a lot of things have changed since I've done another online one. Um, and this next poem of mine is just kind of about how my anxiety affects my life and how I mask to try and hide that anxiety. So this is called To the Girl You See. To the girl you see, smiling at hope, a huggable warmth that you don't want to let go of. A light in the dark when you struggle to see the glue that holds us together. Beaming, glowing above the surface, she seems to cope, and all is out in front of her and keeps on trying despite the obstacles that life throws her way. But the truth is, the girl you see holding upright is falling down into a trillion pieces, trying to hold it together for dear life from the constant anxiety that never seems to pass, but still trying to stay afloat. This girl is scared for her life, struggles with tasks that seem so easy and never shows it because she knows that she has to glue herself together in silence with the presence of her inner demons. So as she tries to fight them, in agonizing pain and exhaustion, but sometimes the darkness is so at large she has no other option to break down in tears, and the walls of her covers and make it quiet the pillows over her ears. But anxiety never sleeps. It's always there no matter how hard she tries, and the reality is so much different to what it looks like on the outside, while on the inside, the girl you see is just trying to be. So my next poem that I'm going to share with you today is a nature poem, and I quite like this one. It's how I've kind of connected with nature maybe the last 2 years, and how it's helped me to process a lot of things, including trigger warning grief. Like it's helped me to process grief. And this is called "You Are a Butterfly." You are a butterfly, and my life changed when I found you. When you spread your wings, you come to me, especially in the early days, to say, it will be okay. If you are not a butterfly, then why did butterflies come and give me comfort when I knew you were out there? Why did they give me messages when you flew your wings to join them? Touched by your existence, while I wonder whereabouts you are in this coldness of nights and the brightest of days. You are a butterfly, a colourful being, pure, loving, innocent, still. As you spread your wings, I still love you the same. The last couple of years, I've become very obsessed with butterflies and bees, so I had to write a poem about them. This next poem is actually, I like to, I'm gonna read this one today. It's my first ever published poem that was published by Right in East Midlands in 2023. And it's about my perception of how others perceive the fact that I'm autistic. Yeah, I think I said that right. And this is called Will You Love Me? Will you love me despite the perception you have of me? While I stand in your back garden just staring at you, my fist clenched and jaw tight like a tiger. All I want to do is hunt. But when I'm not, I want love, to play, to be welcomed into your home and eat all your food and tea with you, to be your friend, to go to the park in those raging winds, steal things from shops like the rebels we are, to truly appreciate the gift of life and nature around us, to go to the beach and feel the soft sand beneath us while our eyes meet closer together. As I stand here in your back garden, fist clenched, jaw tight, red stripes leaking from my face and dirt from the fight. All I want to do is change the perspective of society that we are not scary. We are just wired differently. Will you still love me then? So that's that one. That actually got in the top 25 out of over 200 entries. So that was pretty cool. This next one I'm sharing, I don't think I've shared this one before anywhere or shown anyone. It's only recently been edited actually, and it's kind of about nature and my relationship to it and how I feel and how it makes me feel, all that shebang stuff. And this is called Lonely Enough. You are the poison in the wine back there. It's you in your world. I'm trapped in the middle, either my body or my soul or the ones on flames. You're an addiction that I can't shake off. A high I shall not escape. My hands are tied. And I will return tonight, just out of curiosity. We'll be less lonely, well, at least for a while. It may hurt a little, but we'll keep on going until we are in freefall. Around and round in this circle, all over again we go until licking off the seesaw on the tip of the waves. It's just me, no middle, no need to escape, no tie around my freeing wrists. Gracing the raging sea, black you may wonder, I may see clear as day, but this is where I am most free, alone, echoing alongside the seashell songs, bringing them calm back to where anger is misplaced, burning my feet to the sand, knowing that I can never go back. It all remains in my head. My heart is the anchor in the storm, retreating. I gaze into the sky with the stars reflecting against the sea. I am just free. I hate you, but I love you all the same. And that's that one. Different style for me, but I like it. So this next poem is a trigger warning on this. It's for sexual assault. And it was written in a workshop by the Word Association maybe a couple months ago, and it's actually being published by them next month on the 17th of August, which is amazing. Yeah, trigger warning and sexual assault. So this is called Nymph Note. I am captured by two Arctic fox aliens on my walk in the woods. They take my brains out and dissect me, changing my DNA. They mix herbs with waterfall water, cleansed it to the palate, mash it all back together and reattach it inside my body. They take full advantage of my bare nymph body. They stalk me from all the way back at the club. In silent whispers, they added that apparently I'm a curse who's dirty to the ground. I'm a reusable product that has a pretty face. Because I am just stripped back. No strings attached, just let me get attracted to your heart instead of your face. I had enough of love after all. Let me embrace my truth. You take away my own grace. Until I am nothing. Felt nothing. So this next piece also has a trigger warning, which is about grief and fairly written, newly written, actually. Maybe some people have seen it. I have no idea. I lose track sometimes, but it's basically my journey from like the very start of losing someone in your life to the current day, like kind of where I am at the moment, and realizing that there is bad days and there's also days can get brighter. That's kind of how the journey for me has been so far. And this is called reality. I knew there'll be rain and perhaps a grumble of a storm incoming, but never did I expect a downpour of emotion, eruption of the ground beneath my naked feet, lightning that struck my heart so largely, crashes, sending my hearing sensations through them, down through my body, leaving me paralyzed. In my mind of minds, there was demolition everywhere. I saw fire spreading around when I washed my face, water leaking out from my body. Its inability to hold up is the real deal, eventually just floating through existence. Dissociation becomes my best friend. The only way to deal with somehow get through, the only one holding my hand through it all, helping me push out the excess until waves hit the coastline pretty hard, eroding the curtain, masking it all inch by inch, until having to come face to face with reality once and for all. Just hold on that little longer. Don't give up on me yet. It can't get any worse than this, can it? As I just pray to make it out alive, I remember someone is behind you, watching you, learning from you, loving you for all that you can be. So as I sit on the edge of the sea, nothing more, nothing less, facing the core, the truth, and finally accepting the feelings, let them wash over me like an incoming wave, let them run away, drip, 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 and go back into the tide. This feeling is now my best friend. It gives me hope that this will pass when the storm reoccurs again, that things will be okay, just like they are right now. So this next piece, I quite like this piece because it's kind of like a little message to my younger self or to a message for if I'm ever struggling or it's for I want to you know what I just want to say this message for is for all of us today. Well, some a little message to what I want to share with all of you today is our poem, this poem, and this is called "What I Would Tell You." I would say to you that there is hope. Light is near. Don't give up. Not now. Not ever. I would hug you tight, holding you right. I got you. I promise that. Always, forever, and in comfort. I would scream from the rooftops, please help us as we lay in the darkness, waiting for the sunrise to come back up. I would never leave like I did in the past. Never will lie, leave you stranded, alone in the forest of the unknown. We are here as one we are. I would tell you that I love you, no matter what. I've realised that I'm sharing a lot of different poems today from me. Because this next poem is actually slightly different from me as well. It was written in the same word association series of workshops. I think this one is being published too next month. I can't remember. Go find out. And it's the prompt was find something you love in the room and write about it. And at the time, I was wearing my orange dragon hoodie, so I kind of wrote about that. So this is called Dragon of the Home. The orange dragon is a softness, is a wildfire, is a spread across the mainlands in the forest, is an aeroplane, is a goodbye to everything that I have ever known. Is a protection guard into the unknown, is a forest full of trees, is a bundle of popping clouds, is a wind blown mind that is a force. It's a blanket drowned over my skin. It's being held into your arms safely out of danger. It's a breakage at the same time. It's floating around the night sky. It's a swim into the ocean. It's a sight worth seeing up above in this tower. It's a volcanic eruption out to destroy. It's a moon that sees me flying in the stars tonight. It's me way up high and out to sea. It's as if a dragonfire would be out to greet me. That's that one. You may think I'm silent because I choose to be. I'm the observer of life and a feeler of feels, and I get mistaken for being the dumber type and the one that don't understand. And you do it right in front of me, thinking I wouldn't even notice. There are a lot of things I want to say, but when it comes to it, no words come out. I have all the things to share, but please just give me a chance. I just have difficulty saying it in your language. I have become what they don't want me to be. Strong, powerful, voiceful, more aware of my being. Healing the pain I once suffered in silence, embracing my differences, no more denying, hiding the fact that I need to treat myself more kindly. I will become unapologetically myself without fear. That's me. Thank you for having me here with you guys, and happy International Tiger Day.
Thanks so much, Courtney. Wow. I love especially these images of like how far away two people can be from each other even while being physically in the same place, like people not understanding you for one thing, or you have this line, us in the same place but not in the same time. So brilliantly said. Well done all around, and let's all unmute our mics and clap and comment and give Courtney what she truly deserves. Well merited praise.
Woohoo, Courtney!
All right, woo, Courtney, yeah,
You smashed this. Well
Brilliant,
done.
Courtney. Brilliant.
great job.
Come on, give her a roll.
Rah!
As well.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Absolutely.
You jumped in the ocean and sailed the storm, Courtney.
We're gonna pause here for like 3 or 4 minutes and get a cup of tea or whatever you like to drink. And but let's talk to Courtney, and comment or anything during that time. Please give her what she merits. Amazing, amazing stuff.
Thanks for coming and reading to us today, Courtney. That was a wonderful set. And I really appreciated the strength of your delivery along with the brilliance of your words. So thanks for sharing with us.
Thank you for having me here. It was a pleasure to put together the set. Pleasure.
It's fun to do, you know.
Pleasure.
Thanks for having the courage to read so many poems that were like not the typical poem for you, things that were different. So we saw, many facets of your Courtney hood. It's great.
Yeah, I kind of decided to do that because I think the last few months I've been very much out of my comfort zone, I think. I'm very out of my comfort zone. So I was like, let's share things that are very out of my comfort zone, just to show my journey over the last few months. That was kind of my mindset. Whenever I do a headline or feature, I'm like, what's my mindset? What message do I want to get out there? That's kind of how I work. So yeah.
And the ego can't survive in an environment like that where you're out of your comfort zone and learning things that are new for you. We don't have time to protect our false self when those kind of situations are happening. So that's great. That's wonderful. All right, a minute or two more, and we'll get back. It's 3:33 here. I don't know what it is for you, but I like that number. All right, feel free. Any other comments or clapping or whatever for Courtney?
Bravo. Yay.
Again, very courageous to have done what you did and chosen to say what you said in front of people, not just on the page and then other people see it later. You know, it's very self-revelatory. And we all know it's a kind of emotional nudity when you read your poetry to other people. So, it takes a lot of brass. Okay, I'm gonna look at the list and see who begins the second part. Looks like we have Michael and then Andy and Doc. Correct me if I'm wrong. Rorschach, and anyone who's joined us just recently, Rorschach is the list master this evening, and he always, I'm sure he picked up on your presence, but you can certainly write to him if you want to be on the list. So let's go then to Michael, and great, great.
Yeah, great to be here as always. Yeah, I just want to say again what an incredible set that was from Courtney and Emily. It's really, I think it means a lot to artists when somebody comes just to be here as support. So that's so nice to see you come and support your friend like that. Um, I'm going to start with one that is called Are Meryl and Chip Still Standing? Meryl, I planted you first, then placed the more diminutive Chip beside you. Your namesake was still alive, while the other Chip had already withered before our eyes until finally fading. Both honorees are now long gone, and I wonder if you both remain. I planted you two close together, twin Japanese maples with florid red jagged edge leaves, somewhat similar to the illicit weed you raised in your basement grow space, much to the chagrin of your upright brother. I wanted you to grow conjoined. I wanted your roots to intertwine like fibrous fingers and ligneous hearts. I wanted your trunks to fuse into a singularity in constant communion until whatever time you fell as one. I have the name of the present homeowner who adopted you by accident when the spot where two human hearts split apart turned a financial transaction into a chance interaction with a pair of named trees, quite anonymous as far as he's concerned. I want to ask him how you are, explain the story in full or abridged form, depending on how he seems to take it. I never shared your secret along with signature on page of solemn contract, never formally introduced you two to him as might be fitting, leaving the way I did. Has he kept you standing? Has he left you to twist together? Or has he chopped you down as Chip was felled before his crimson-tainted autumn was over? Did he lose you to disease or disaster in mimicry of eponymous personage? I wonder how he would react, contacted by a stranger from his past, asked how a pair of Valorizayan trees are weathering the progressing seasons, how he would respond to a request for contemporary photographs. Will you still be the taller of the two? Will your branches still hold Chip up as your counterpart cared for his waning lover? No matter your unmonitored upsurge, transformation, and cogitated obscure fate, I'm gratified to have embedded saplings. The human Merrill, having seen you on his single visit to our modest home, seemed pleased with a simple tribute, and that alone was more than enough to suggest my labor was a mitzvah. To receive news of your survival residing as memorial would be a joy to rival recollection of letting go the spade and stamping soil, then unfurling hose and giving you your first long drink of water on that low rolling hill above the Saluda River banks, connecting me back to roots of kin and temporary haven, growing across the sandy soil of time and the stretched terrain of endearment. And this next one, Beauty hides. To take away the scar would leave another, less noticeable perhaps, but skin would itch in anguish, missing its past imperfection. Jagged patterns softened as surrounding skin sags, miniature mountain range mapped by dragging fingertip. Why pull down the marker? Why expunge this monument to sorrow's civilization? Why erase the history of the heart? No dull surgical edge could substitute, no layered line of flattened pink could leave less hurt. Let what is be, let memory live on. Beauty hides within the scar. And lastly, this one's only an ocean. Rusting here in dry dock, barnacles are welcome reminders of the sea. They pain as they hang tight, that is true. But still, as I am still, they recall the repetitive splash of each wave on port and starboard, the buoyant thrill of being of being lifted, whereas now my gravity only pulls down as I lurch towards dismantlement. In this immobile place, rust wears me thin, no fresh coats painted. I can feel the crumble. I miss each journey more than the land's end at each short conclusion. Only in ocean did I ever feel alive. Okay, thank you all very much.
Thank you so much, Michael. Oh, wow. I love the way you were describing those trees. Well, firstly, as a metaphor, extended metaphor throughout that poem, where you talk about their florid red, sorry, florid red, jagged edged leaves. And one knows after hearing that why you're the Beat Poet Laureate of Colorado. So beat and so beatific as well. A joy to rival recollecting. And then I love this question that just comes up: why erase the history of the heart? It's like a thunderous question that jumps out of the poem and really not confronts, but speaks to the reader very clearly. I love this. Let what is be. Indeed. And the notion that beauty hides within the scar, that is beautiful itself and true. And then lastly, I wanted to say, in this immobile place, rust wears me thin. There's such a prophetic register just to like naming the entire environment that you're in, like you find in the Hollow Men, of course, by Eliot, and in this immobile place, this is the dead land, this is cactus land. That's great. Thank you so much. Oh my God. And I actually don't know who's next. I'll take a glance Rorschach, is it Andy?
Andy.
Okay, great.
Hey guys, you all right? Well, people know I've Courtney. I've been mentoring, helping mentor Courtney for some time now. She's tremendous, and she does so well tonight. Me and Amanda both absolutely spellbound what she did. So respect and love to her straight away from both of us. Okay, I've got two pieces tonight, and neither of my poems as well. So the first one's a bit of non-fiction because there's a friend of mine that runs a nature magazine called Land Notes, and this is a bit of nature writing. But you can like this anyways. It's called Shepley Woods. That summer. Oh, sorry, Dave. Sorry, guys. Can you record this for me for I forget as well? I knew I'd forgotten about that. Sorry, guys. Can you record this for me?
Yes, sorry, one sec.
Yeah, it's fine. I forgot to ask.